the recipe for you to create your own reality, to achieve your goals, your dreams more easily. He will teach here how to increase the capacity for co-creation. Let's follow along. So the professor says that there are beings that bring information on how to make money. There in Sedona, Arizona, in the United States, is a place that concentrates a lot of information about prosperity, abundance. Co-creation is concentrated. A person who is very well known, who brings this information, actually would be... It's more than one person, right? It's Abram Higgs in this case. It's Abram and Esther Higgs, right? And her husband, when he also participated. So Abram Higgs brings a lot of information in this regard. Bachar as well. Darryl Anka also has a lot of information on how to consciously manifest one's own reality. So there in Sedona, it's a place on planet Earth that has a lot of information. But here the teacher is going to present something very important. That's why you need to stay until the end to understand the recipe that will make you accelerate this process of co-creating your own reality. Because if you understand how the universe works, understand the basics of the laws, and follow this recipe that the teacher will share here now, in a few moments, you will no longer worry about getting a house, car, and apartment, because it will become something natural. Conscious co-creation becomes something very practical for you because you already know how it works. When you know that 2 + 2 = 4, it becomes simpler for you to achieve this result. It's the same with co-creation. Every time you manage to practice this recipe and understand how the universe works for you in this way, because the universe will serve your deep intentions, your deep desires, and your vibration. Your frequency will be a magnet to attract things similar to this vibration you have. So if you understand, it's something very simple. Let's look here, because this is the point. The most important of this video, ours today. First step, nourishment. Second step, relationship, house, car, apartment. Third step, power, wealth. Mega entrepreneurs, this is what the professor is talking about, that the person needs to climb this ladder, to move from the first to the second, third, let's go. Sixth step would be, no, it would not be. It's that matter of seeking first the kingdom of heaven, and everything else will be given to you as well. This is the sixth step. When a person reaches the sixth step, when their main focus is to follow the recipe, when the person has this as their focus, first in her life, she has reached the sixth step. So, it's a training to acquire a house, car, and apartment. And when you discover how this works, when you become aware of the house co-creation, you are training to become more and more a more conscious co-creator. It would be like doing a workout at the gym. So, when you are practicing, taking this information that we are presenting here and putting it into practice in your life, it's a training. And when you manage to materialize, co-create your life consciously, it's a training. But for this training to become easier, there's the recipe for success. The recipe for success is very important. You need to practice. There's the matter of working. There's also the very important matter of studying. Because how are you going to learn all this that we are talking about here? Collapse of the wave function, electromagnetism, creation of one's own reality. If you don't study, then you are already on the right path. Now let's look at the details of the recipe for success. The fundamental ingredient. So here it goes, right? The recipe for success. This is the fundamental ingredient for conscious co-creation, to become increasingly conscious. Because it's a step-by-step process, right? It doesn't mean that today you have already become a conscious co-creator. And that's it. And now, always, Because there is this, how do you say, the universe is expanding and everything is changing. So you will continue to grow because the universe is expanding to an infinite level, which we don't know where it is. It's something immeasurable, as they say, incalculable. So, if you manage to co-create your reality today, every time you follow this direction, following the recipe, you will become an increasingly powerful person. Infinitely. Let's move forward. I believe that if you follow HelioCodes, you already know the recipe. What is it? There is the recipe. Love one another. Because when you send it out, it comes back. It's electromagnetism. There's the matter of working, studying, and helping. The more you help, the more you will receive. Your electromagnetic field will change, your frequency will change, your energetic signature will change. The more you share this knowledge, for example, about mechanics, quantum physics, the new paradigm, co-creation, videos like ours here, videos like this you share with the people you know. If you have this habit of frequently sharing knowledge like this with people, you are helping people to free themselves from the illusion of the matrix, to free themselves from the illusion of scarcity, to free themselves from the illusion of disharmony. So when you share this kind of information, you are helping many people, you are awakening people. A new paradigm is giving people the opportunity to free themselves from this mental and emotional prison that humanity is trapped in. Therefore, this is the recipe for success. But it's not just like that. When you help someone with a good morning with a smile, a thank you, treat the person well, do a good job, are an honest person, you emanate positive vibrations to people, it is loving your neighbor. There are many ways to love your neighbor. When you help someone in your family, take care of your father, your mother, help your siblings. Help your neighbor. It's not about being a person who is foolish. A person who, I use this word to make it very clear, it's not for you to be a punching bag for people. It's simply for you to help those who can be helped, those who want to be helped. And when you can help and when you are able to help, you will know when you can help when you are at your job, in your normal day-to-day work, and you perform activities as a way to help people. You are already helping when you treat people well. You are already helping at your job. It's a place for you to help people. If you create videos, content for the internet, you are helping people. There are many ways for you to help when you work to make the environment increasingly harmonious. When you respect animals, you are loving your neighbor. In this way, you are also loving your neighbor. And when you do this, it's one of the secrets, it's one of the essential ingredients of co-creation. But you need to have this first and foremost. It's the matter of seeking, and first, the kingdom of heaven. When you follow this seeking and first the kingdom of heaven, loving your neighbor, when you love your neighbor, you are on the path to the kingdom of heaven. And the kingdom of heaven is within you. Within you is the kingdom of heaven, inside and outside, because the whole is everything. The quantum vacuum is within you, it is outside. And that's the recipe for the cake. Very simple. The more you do this, the more you will increase your field of attraction. And when you think of something, when you think of what you desire, it will come closer to you each time with more ease. And when you help people, you also reprogram your subconscious. You change your paradigm, the paradigm of separation, to the real, true paradigm of reality, the ultimate of union, that we are one. This is the new paradigm. This is the true paradigm that you, I, and everything you see around are part of a single consciousness, which is the whole. That's why you have to love. It is your duty to love your neighbor, Because when you are loving your neighbor, guess who you are loving? You are loving yourself because everything is part of a single consciousness that is individualized in such a way that you perceive it as an individual thing. You look in the mirror and say, this person is who I am. It's because you're experiencing an individuation of the consciousness of the whole. But, in truth, you are also one with the whole. So, here is today's recipe for success. This greatly resolves your life. However, for you to experience this paradigm, for you to be able to have this as the first thought of helping others, you need to have a mental program like this. Because you cannot judge people mentally. When you do that, you hinder your co-creation. If someone is dishonest with you, because there is a lot of that on planet Earth, if the person is not pleasant with you, if they are rude, if you keep judging them mentally, I'm giving you an example, which happens a lot. It's normal for people to judge others. If you do this, you are changing your vibrational field, and when you judge, you do not enter this frequency of conscious co-creation. If you do this a little bit, you fall, you are vibrating well, thinking well, and suddenly you judge a little. People think, that idiot person, that fool. Keep vibrating a lot like that. Thinking sometimes this type of behavior, just this, can cause psychosomatic issues in you, can cause anxiety, depression, a lot of problematic things. And it doesn't allow you to co-create your reality consciously in the way you choose your life. It doesn't allow the knowledge you need to receive to reach you so you can change your level of life today. You want to climb some step of some situation, so you need some knowledge. You need those energetic keys. Knowledge. We can call it an energetic key. You need this specific knowledge. And it doesn't reach you for you to take the next step because sometimes you're in this vibration with a little bit of judgment in some situations. And this little bit makes you change your radio. You're on the radio of conscious co-creation and end up going down a bit. When you go down, you can't create your reality more easily. And flowing with the will of the whole. That's why it's very important for you to pay close attention to this situation. But when you reprogram the subconscious with a tool like mental resonance, which is my tool, you start receiving new thoughts daily while you sleep. Thoughts of love, prosperity, abundance, infinite abundance. These thoughts repeated several times while you sleep at bedtime makes you have this thought during the day. During the day now consciously. So when you are here thinking at this exact moment, you will have these new thoughts, predominantly of love for others, of working, studying, helping, naturally. And when you have this thought, boîte, automatically, without you having to make an effort, because you reprogrammed your subconscious while you sleep, your life becomes much lighter. You start to consciously co-create much more naturally because your thoughts become predominantly positive. You stop judging people, you think about loving people, and after a while, you start acting in that direction. You help people more. And one more thing, you know that car you want, that house you want. This mental program becomes part of your mind. As I have, I am grateful for it. For example, you want a Mercedes, you want a BMW. I'll remind those who already use mental resonance. If you want a new BMW, year 2024, such and such model. So, I have a BMW like this, like this, like this. Just by thinking this mental code, you thought it will come into harmony, in resonance with the archetypal codes that we insert during the night. And when you combine a conscious thought with these now subconscious thoughts that we inserted while you were sleeping, they now become part of your mental program. When you unite these two thoughts, you are already in harmony with what you want. You no longer doubt, you feel that this is yours. After a while, it's not overnight. For some people, it is overnight. On the first day, they practically change 100%. The minority is like that, but the majority takes a little longer, 30 days. 60 days, 3 months, it varies a little from person to person. But then there will come a moment when you have certain thoughts. I want a car, like this, like that. You chose. Since you already have these new mental programs, your paradigm has changed. Now you have a paradigm of abundance, of prosperity, and the scarcity one is there. Very small. It no longer even forms part of your conscious thoughts. When you have this program and combine it with this thought, your conscious mind that you want the car like this, there you go. You no longer doubt. And when you don't doubt, work, study, and help, it's done. The recipe for success is there. You just need to keep moving in that direction calmly, and you will achieve your goal, any goal you want. This video is wonderful. It's called The First Class of Mechanics, Quantum and Harmonic Resonance, co-creator. It's on Professor Helio Couto's website, cursosheliocuto.com.br. I suggest you watch this video completely, because the professor is extraordinary. Thank you very much for your presence. If you want to watch more content like this, just follow our channel. And if you want to know about mental resonance, here in the description, there's a link for more information. See you in the next video, and thank you very much.